Hello and welcome back to the Darby Creek Diaries. I'm Gail Thompson, and today I'm participating in a Christmas in July hop sponsored by the Little Paper Tree. They're having a giveaway of a couple of prizes, and it is available internationally. All you have to do is comment. Today we're going to make some faux stained glass ornaments. I first saw this on a tutorial from Crafting While Caffeinated with Lindsay Adrian. I'll be sure to link that below. Off camera, I die cut several pieces of cardstock with the pretty pink Posh Joy ornament die. I wound up doing about 5 or so of the white heavy cardstock Neenah 110 and 2 gold. Now with the gold, since I wanted the reverse to happen, I had to die cut it backwards. The first one I'm going to show you, I just laid the gold paper down and did the die cut the normal way. And then to get the other side, I just flipped the paper over and then die cut it that way. So we would get the reverse. Grandma always said that the back of your projects had to look just as good as the front. So that's how I made my sandwich. So I needed a piece of acetate, and I couldn't use the die for that, obviously, because it would punch out the joy. So I cut a circle out of Judikins acetate, which is going to be listed below, as will all the products. And I'm going to put that behind the first layer, and this is going to be the front of my ornament. That way there won't be any lumpy bumpies on the other side of the plastic. It'll be completely flat in the front no matter what. So I just put my phone on it to let it dry for a second, and then I started building up the layers. I use liquid glue because it helps to have a little wiggle room, even though this is a fairly easy one to line up. You just kind of get all your little your letters lined up, but the edge is really easy to line up, kind of slots. And I had Neenah attached to the back of that gold as well, and there are the rest of them. Then I'm just going to pile them up behind the acetate layer. So right now, upside down, we have the front gold, the acetate, and now we have a stack of more of Neenah. And if a little glue gets kind of gushed out, it doesn't really matter because it dries clear. And it doesn't, I'm just obsessive compulsive. It doesn't really hurt anything. So now I use transparent gloss texture paste. Now, this was my trial and error. If you want to go to the perfect, well, sort of perfect version, go to 3 minutes and 58 seconds. I used the wrong ink. The reddest ink I had was Ranger Archival. As you see, it dried on the mat the second I put it down. So you have to use a water base, but who knew? I also wound up using the wrong palette knife. It wound up being kind of difficult. And look at the color. It's this pinky, peachy, and I kept adding and adding and adding ink, and it didn't get any redder. It just kind of got an odd peachy pink. But I figured this one, I might as well practice and get it done. Now this is where I needed the longer palette knife. I think, I was lucky to have enough of the gel. You just kind of spread it like butter on toast, and you want a nice even layer. It's beautiful if you don't have any air bubbles, but often, even in real stained glass, there are air bubbles. And once I got it all smoothed on, then I tried to just kind of smooth it off. But this was not the right palette knife for it, and it kept making marks. Now here's the good version. This is a Hero Arts ornament from last year, and it comes in 2 pieces. So in order for me to be able to cut the acetate, I just went ahead and took that outer ring off. I also flipped the glitter paper that I have on the top and the bottom, just like I did with the Joy, to make a mirror image. I have snips, but they weren't right by me, so I just went ahead and broke that off, but I will trim that. Those things get pokey, so I will trim that. But I was able to get an exact ornament size piece of acetate. So that made it really, really easy. There, you can see it. It's Judikins Clear Heat Embossable Acetate, I believe is what it's called. I glue that down with my Fawn glue pen. Oh, and yes, make sure the giveaway, you want to comment, and then all the comments will be gathered up and there'll be a random drawing for 2 prizes. Also, I hope you consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. I have lots and lots of technique videos. I don't usually do kind of material, once with products as much as I just do techniques, because I don't get a lot of free product. It'd be nice though. So I'm piling up the Neenah, stacking it up just like I did before. So the front had the glitter paper, then the acetate. Well, actually there was a piece of Neenah I glued to that gold. Then the acetate, then the stack. Now I'm using Distress Ink Salty Ocean, and this works a whole lot better. And if you notice, I changed palette knives. My palette knife still had a little bit of glitter on it from some other paste. That stuff, even if you soak in water right away, it still manages to get in things. And this was a lot easier to apply. So this is obviously my favorite one, but I wanted to show the other one because real life happens. You can't just have perfect videos, or how is the world going to know what to expect if things don't go perfectly? So I'm just smoothing it off with my nice long palette knife. This stuff takes forever to dry. I would tell you about 48 hours. Now mine is in a basement, so that probably added to the time. But this is going to dry clear. But right now it's kind of milky, but you can see it's still pretty, and it's got the glitter paper. It's still damp, but I don't have a lot of patience, so I'm putting my glitter paper, which also has a piece of that Neenah behind it. You can stack up as many layers as you want. I think the thicker the better. And I glued it, although I think it probably would have stuck with just that blue that was laying over the top of the other paper. And I lined it up with my mirror image die cut. And carefully, you don't want fingerprints in it. And then the little tips of the snowflakes kind of shifted, and I wanted them lined up because I'm just that OCD. You just hold it down for a second, and it lined up pretty good. Now this one, I just didn't want to give up on it. Actually, even it dried a little more and it was a little more clear, but it is still a bizarre color. You can see through it though. I thought I'd pull my cell phone out so you could see, but here is my favorite, and that's after a couple of days, and I think it's just beautiful. Now, I decided not to finish off the sides for this one because I like to keep the video short when it's a hop, and I want you to have a chance to enjoy everybody's stops. So I just thought I would show you, and there's a side angle, and it does look like stained glass, and it's a whole lot lighter, so it'll hang on a tree branch better. And there's the glitter paper. You can see that as well. Just kind of trying to get you all the angles so you can get a good idea. Now, this is what that same glaze looks like on paper. I had some left over, so I thought I'd run it through another stencil and show you. And there is our final project one more time. You can see one through the other. I hope you enjoyed this and that you will give it a try, and that you'll subscribe, comment, put a thumbs up, and come back and see me real soon. Here are the ornaments with the sun behind them. Don't forget that to hop to the other stops and comment on each one for a chance to win a wonderful prize. And don't forget to like, comment, share with friends. That's the best compliment ever. And visit my blog for more information on this project, the darbycreekdiaries.com. I'm going to leave a couple other videos here for you to take a peek at that have stained glass or some kind of related thing. And I hope that you have a fabulous week. And I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.